Welcome to this edition of the ROK Realty Report, where we keep you informed on the latest trends shaping New Jersey's housing market and what they mean for buyers and sellers. We'll also discuss the recent drop in mortgage rates, creating new opportunities to refinance or step into a purchase with more confidence. And as we move through the report, we'll share an important reminder about the upcoming PAS1 deadline at the end of the month. Let's dive in.
This year's housing market in New Jersey looks a little different from last year, and the numbers tell the story. Let's start with new listings. Sellers put about the same number of homes on the market, just a tiny dip compared to 2024. Buyer activity was steady too. Pending sales barely moved, which shows demand really hasn't. Where we do see a difference is in closings. Fewer deals actually made it across the finish line, about 5% less than last year. Now, even with fewer sales, prices keep climbing. The median price jumped from $530,000 to $565,000, and the average price rose too, now right around $700,000. Homes are still getting more expensive, right? At the same time, homes are taking longer to sell. Last year it took about a month. This year, closer to 5 weeks. Buyers also have a little more negotiating power. Sellers are still getting above asking price, but not quite as much as before, and that ties back to inventory. There are more homes available, up more than 11%. That means more choice for buyers and a market that's starting to loosen up. Supply also ticked up from 2.5 months to 2.7 months, another sign of more balance. But here's the challenge: affordability. The index dropped from 87 to 81, meaning it's getting harder for the average household to qualify for the median priced home. So overall, fewer homes are closing, prices are higher, inventory is building, homes are sitting a little longer, and affordability is slipping. It's a market that's shifting, giving buyers more options, but at a higher price.
Lately, we've noticed a meaningful shift. Mortgage rates that are steadily coming down. That change isn't just theoretical, it's showing up in a solid data. According to Freddie Mac's weekly rates update, the share of mortgage applications that were refinances reached nearly 60% as rates slipped. Here's what that means in real terms. For buyers, lower rates expand purchasing power. A home that felt just outside that reach might now fit more comfortably in your budget. For homeowners, refinancing at a better rate becomes a strategic move, one that can free up cash and lower monthly burdens. And at the market level, easier borrowing starts to reset the dynamics. Homes turn over more quickly, values stabilize, and investor confidence begins to return. So before we dive deeper, a quick but important note: the PAS1 filing deadline is approaching at the end of the month. Be sure your documents are in order so you're not scrambling at the last minute. If you need help filing, feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to assist. Falling mortgage rates are more than just a headline. They represent new opportunities for buyers, strategic options for homeowners, and renewed momentum for the housing market. And that's a trend worth keeping a close eye on.
So let's quickly wrap this up. New listings are holding steady, but closings dipped about 5%. Prices continue to climb, both median and average, which means homes are more expensive than last year. At the same time, homes are taking a little longer to sell, giving buyers more room to negotiate. Inventory is up over 11%, which is great news for buyers since it creates more choice and balance in the market. But affordability is slipping, with the index dropping from 87 to 81, making it harder for the average household to qualify for a median priced home. The big shift to watch: mortgage rates. They're trending down, and that's opening the door to new opportunities. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or looking to refinance, bottom line, we're in a balancing market. Buyers have more options, sellers are still seeing strong prices, and lower rates could be the game changer in the months ahead. And remember, if you're thinking about buying, selling, or even just exploring your options, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. Reach out to us anytime. We're here to answer your questions and guide you every step of the way. And one last important reminder: the PAS1 submission deadline is coming up on October 31st. Make sure your documents are in order so you don't miss out on the benefit. If you need help, we're more than happy to walk you through the process or send you resources to make it simple.